Welcome to World Monologue Games 2024. You're watching the Endurance category and the region is Africa, Europe and India. We do have strong language and adult themes at the game, so if you're sensitive to any particular subject matter, it could be in the show. Please hit the like or subscribe button or leave a comment for the actors. Voting lines will be open for 48 hours from the end of this broadcast, so if you'd like to vote, a link will be available in the description of this video. Enjoy the show.
By the time I got home in April 2004, after 11 months in Iraq, I was really a mess. I couldn't sleep for more than 50 minutes at a time, and I'd be awake for 2 hours in between. I got angry easily, agitated. I had nightmares about the mortar attacks, flashbacks. On New Year's Eve, they had fireworks in our town square, and as soon as I heard the booms, I fell to my knees. Every time I opened my eyes, the faces in front of me would fade away, and I'd be brought back to that night of the attack. I was crying hysterically. My friends didn't know what to do, and I had nothing to talk about. All my friends' conversations were about movies I hadn't seen and fashion I didn't know about. Well, anything I talked about turned morbid real quick. Little kids in Iraq, mortar attacks, death. Then everyone would get quiet and no one would know what to say. I remember this girl talking about how she wanted some designer purse, and I was like, oh yeah, I know what you mean. One time in Iraq, these kids wanted some food and I felt really bad because we didn't have enough to give them. Also just hate it when you can't get what you want. And everyone just sat there. They felt like assholes. I felt like an asshole. I was so out of place after I got home. I couldn't feel comfortable in my own skin. I didn't talk about it to anyone. I didn't know that other vets were going through the same thing, so I thought I was crazy. My back and head were injured too. I am 80% disabled now because my back is so messed up from banging around in the Humvee. No shock absorbers, hitting my head on the ceiling and compressing my spine. And also I couldn't stop worrying about the guy from the attack, Sergeant Hill, and whether he had lost his arm and could I have done something more? I tried to get medical discharge from the army, but they made it so difficult I gave up. I couldn't get the tuition they had promised me for a long time either. For a long time, I couldn't even get to a clinic to get my medication or my therapy because they put all the VA clinics so far away. I work with other vets now, so I know a lot of soldiers go through this, which helps. I think it's important for vets to reach out to each other so you don't feel alone and crazy like I did. I still think a lot about why we went to war. Was Saddam a bad person who needed to be removed from power? Yes. Was he the reason we went in there? Not really. And it's not the guys sitting in their air-conditioned offices at the Pentagon who are feeling the aftermath of this. It's the mother and father who are getting their children sent home in a box. It's the innocent people of Iraq who have been killed and raped and had their houses turned upside down. I really love some of those people of Iraq. Some of those children, they were so beautiful. They only wanted attention and food. Still, I knew that if I had to shoot a kid to save one of my buddies, I would. How can anybody love anyone who has such horrible thoughts?
वर्षों तक वन में घूम घूम बाधा विघ्नों को चूम चूम सह धूप घाम पानी पत्थर पांडव आए कुछ और निखर सौभाग्य न सब दिन सोता है देखें आगे क्या होता है मैत्री की राह बताने को सबको सुमार्ग पर लाने को दुर्योधन को समझाने को भीषण विध्वंस बचाने को भगवान हस्तिनापुर आए पांडव का संदेशा लाए दो न्याय अगर तो आधा दो हाँ पर उसमें भी यदि बाधा हो तो दे दो केवल 5 ग्राम रखो अपनी धरती तमाम हम वहीं खुशी से खाएंगे परिजन पर हंसी न उठाएंगे दुर्योधन वो भी दे न सका आशीष समाज की ले न सका उल्टे हरि को बांधने चला जो था असाध्य साधने चला हरि ने भीषण हुंकार किया अपना स्वरूप विस्तार किया डगमग डगमग दिग्गज डोले भगवान कुपित होकर बोले not make any sound. They'll wake up. The humans. They're asleep. Can't you feel the peace, the silence, the music? Ah, the music. Once they wake up, this will all be gone. There will be chaos, madness, pain, hatred, and war. There will be war. You and I will all die then. We'll be dead. Hey, the winds have told me there will be fire in the moon tonight. Yes, the clouds will burn, and then they will rain fireballs like them dragons. Have you seen a dragon before? Oh well, I have. They have claws and wings and a long tail. They breathe fire. They're very scary. Gigantic, nasty creatures, these dragons. Oh. But I have to warn the birds. I have to warn them. They need to be safe and asleep. You don't want them flying when the clouds will rain fire. With you. But I'm not going to warn the humans, though. I won't. Most of them are evil. I don't want to warn them. I want them to burn away. I want them to burn away. But it's most likely that they already know. They know everything. They have spies all over. Yes. Up in the sky, inside the soil, in the sea, up on the mountains, maybe amongst us. Are you a spy? Are you going to go back from here and whisper to your fellow human beings about me? Are you going to tell them that I was being naive, being reckless, stubborn, that I was being me? Are you going to take away my boat, my sword, my shadow? Won't you let me sing again? Speak again? Or dance again? I'm afraid of you. I'm afraid of all of you. I do want to despise you. Hey, but I have to go and warn the birds. They need to be home and safe. Home and safe. They need to be home and safe. Home? Where is home anyway?
Sit. Sit down, Torvald. Sit down, Torvald, please. You and I have got much to say to one another. Don't interrupt me. Just sit and listen to what I have to say. Torvald, this is a settling of accounts. Isn't there one thing that strikes you as strange as us sitting here like this? Does it not occur to you that this is the first time you and I, husband and wife, have had a serious conversation? 8 years, Torvald. 8 whole years of our marriage. And we have never exchanged one single word about any serious subject. I am not talking about business, Torvald. What I'm trying to say is, we have never sat down together to try and get to the bottom of anything. That's just it. I have been seriously wronged, Torvald. First, by my father. And then by you. No. You have never loved me. You have only thought it pleasant to be in love with me. That's the truth, Torvald. back with my father, he used to tell me his opinions about everything. And so I had his opinions. And when my opinion differed from his, I would conceal it because he would never like it. He used to call me his doll child and used to play with me just the same way I used to play with my dolls. And when I came to live with you, I was just being transferred from my father's hands into yours. You arranged everything according to your own tastes. And so I had the same tastes as you. Sometimes I pretended to. Not sure which. Sometimes the one, sometimes the other. When I look back on it, it seems to me that I've been living here like a poor woman, just from hand to mouth. I have existed merely to perform tricks for you, Torvald. But you would have it. You and my father have committed a serious sin against me. It's your fault. It's your fault that I've made nothing of my life.
Each one of us is a soul on a journey, alone. You don't belong to anyone and no one belongs to you. A soul wandering somewhere in this universe steps down on this earth, using the staircase of our lust and physical desires. And we are ecstatic and proud. I become a mother, I'm a father. Rubbish. We are merely a staircase. Me, Alexander Storm. How proud I used to be, enacting and living the lives of those legendary characters. They're haunting me all the time. The world used to be an oyster. Now, betrayed, accused, and disowned by the very own. Could someone provide me a shelter, a home? Anyone? The storm itself is battered, exhausted, looking to rest in peace. To be or not to be, that is a question. To live or to die, that is the only question. To merely exist, like that piece of litter, live a helpless and shameless life. Or to dump the skeleton of this body with a wrapped up consciousness of sufferings into the black hole of death. wish the serpent of death bites this life in such a way that the deep sleep that follows won't see the shores of awakenings ever again. But what if in that deep sleep you start to see a little dream? That's the paradox. Because we are afraid of taking this soul onto a new journey, we keep enduring this stale and outdated existence and keep watching the rapes happening on our own dignity. And then we wait and wait. And one day stand holding a begging bowl of compassion in front of our own disguised assaulters. My Lord, why? Why have you become so unkind? Hey, you divine powers, give me impenetrable solidity of a rock, bestow me only the power of endurance. Those lines and those words again. Oh, I'm sorry, I seem to have gathered a crowd here. Some audience for me after a long time. You know, folks, these mighty words, mighty forts of literature were built by legendary writers. Emily Bronte, John Webster, of course, William Shakespeare. One more ruthless than the other. They have implanted these demons into my body. Hey, Henry, Beckett, Othello, Caesar, where the hell are you hiding in the backstage clutter now, you bastards? I've spent my entire life decorating and celebrating your lives, made them as big as sky. Now what about me? My pain is also as real as yours. Like a sharp dagger has been piercing my heart, but no one cares. You, my darling, all of you. No. Why have you come here now? Stay away. I say stay away, all of you. It's all futile. Julius Caesar never begs for mercy and never forgives anyone begging for mercy. And I am that Julius Caesar. Unshakable and steadfast, like that pole star. I just want to submerge myself into that glittering galaxy, like the pole star, like the Julius Caesar. I am the Julius Caesar. Look at my assassins. They're hiding their daggers and coming closer to me, but I will not surrender. It feels like it's time for the curtain to go up for a new play. I can hear the third bell.
Stop it. Just fucking stop it. I can't let you go. And you fucking pester me makes it worse. For both of us. Just Stop asking me, okay? Look, listen, I want to be in this situation for less than you do, okay? For fucking real. Oh, really? You think it's fair for you? Just think about it. Use your head for 2 seconds. You'd be sweet if you managed to get out of here. Yes, fucking traumatized for life, but at least you can get on with it. No matter what I do, I'm completely screwed. There is no good option for me. None. Really? Go on then, tell me what my actual options are. Kill you. Don't start with the dumb sobbings again. I don't want to kill you. If I wanted to kill you, I would have done it 2 weeks ago. You dumb shit. But my only other option is to let you go. I can't let it go. You saw what I did. You saw me slit that fucker's throat. Kill him. Murder him. I'm holding his head, slicing his carotid. He's squirting blood all over like a 7-year-old, trying to hold the fire hose. And then I see you. Yes, I saved you from the fucking psycho. I saved your dumb life. How can it possibly let you go when you saw me commit a murder? If you will ever tell to anyone, that's it. I'm done for Marital. Here we go again. You saved my life. I'll never tell to anyone. I heard you the first 100 fucking times! Look. Listen. How would you feel? Every day, you'll wonder, will she go to the cops? Tell them how I badgered the man in front of her? Kept him locked up in his cell for 2.5 weeks while trying to figure out what to do. How? How am I supposed to live with that hanging over my head? Christy, please tell me, what the hell choice do I have? What am I supposed to do?
नार्यस्तु पूज्यन्ते रमन्ते तत्र देवता. यत्र नार्यस्तु पूज्यन्ते रमन्ते तत्र देवता. यत्र नार्यस्तु पूज्यन्ते रमन्ते तत्र देवता. Where women are worshipped, there live the gods. That must be some other world, not this world. Women are not worshipped here. Gods certainly don't live here. कल रात उसने एक जलती हुई पीड़ी मेरे पीठ पर बुझाई थी. बहुत दर्द हो रहा है. आज शायद फिर करेगा और कल फिर, या फिर मेरे पैर तोड़ेगा या फिर मेरे हाथ. क्या कह सकती हूं मैं? Nagina, a butcher's wife, abused every single day physically by her husband. But she will take it all. She doesn't utter a word. She bears all the pain in silence. She goes to bed not knowing if she will wake up the next morning. And if she does wake up, she's only preparing herself to survive another day. But she's silent. Yatra naryastu pujante ramante tatra devata. Where women are worshipped, there live the gods. तुम फला जगह चलने से इनकार कैसे कर सकती हो? हाँ, तुम फला से ठीक से बात क्यों नहीं करती? अरे तुम अपने आप को पढ़ी लिखी कहती हो. तुम्हें तो लोगों के बीच उठने बैठने तक की तमीज नहीं है. एक औरत को इस तरह चलना चाहिए, इस तरह बात करनी चाहिए, इस तरह मुस्कुराना चाहिए. Savitri, an educated woman who was forced by the society to suppress her desires and her wishes. She's not allowed to voice her wishes. It is against the traditions of the society. She is only bound by the chains that make her invisible. But she is not allowed to speak. Yatra naryastu pujyante ramante tatra devata. Where the women are worshipped, there live the gods. जिंदगी दो पहियों की एक गाड़ी से चलती है शेखर. पर उस गाड़ी को चलाने वाला हमेशा एक आदमी ही होता है. औरत हमेशा पीछे चुपचाप उसके साथ चलती है. मुझे याद नहीं कब मैंने खुद ये गाड़ी चलाई थी, या कब तुमने मुझसे कहा था कि शोभा, आज मैं पीछे बैठता हूं, तुम वो गाड़ी चलाना. शोभा, a dutiful wife and a very dedicated homemaker who is only and only taken granted by everybody around her. It is only her duty to serve, but it is nobody's duty to notice her, notice her worth. She is not worth anything. She only has to do what she's supposed to do. Her duty is to just follow. Yatra naryastu pujyante ramante tatra devata. Where the women are worshipped, there live the gods. Nagina, Savitri, Shobha, abused, trapped, taken for granted. But you never hear their voices. They never speak up. Why? Why? This is the time to speak up. Isn't it right to raise your voice? Speak up and say what you feel. Make your presence felt. Did you want to see me broken? bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries. Just like the moons and the stars that are destined to shine, just like hope that springs high, still I'll rise, still I'll rise, still I'll rise.
Fed up and hungry is not a great combination. And always waiting around in hospital does absolutely nothing for one's mood. And I had to sprint to get here in the end in order to dodge the rain, which, as usual, just seems to get heavier the faster I run. Plus, I forgot my book, which I'd left by the front door just so that I wouldn't forget it. Oh, you know, there must be, 60 people waiting to be seen? Someone has cheekily added a 0 to the notice that says, please allow up to 4 hours for your appointment. Not that I'm complaining, though. Oh, no. They do a brilliant job here. 3 cheers for the NHS. Now, that's what I say. The young woman opposite me offers me her newspaper when she's finished, which is very kind. It's the Daily Mail, but, well, beggars can't be choosers. I finished the crossword, all except for one. 6 down, beginning with H, a composer who opens doors. No, I don't see it. No, can't see it at all. Haven't a clue. A little later, the man sitting next to me strikes up a conversation and enthusiastically asks me, do I know God? Well, I think, it's a bit of a heavy question for 11:30 on a Tuesday morning. But I reply, well, you know, I have my own system of belief. He smiles and tells me that he got married for the first time 4 years ago at the age of 67. Oh, I say, well, there's hope for me yet. Oh, yes, he says, never give up, stay positive and seize the day. I don't know why I always get caught by religious people. Not that I mind talking with him. His name is Luke, says there's someone for everyone, dips into his bag and hands me a small leaflet with the title, Somebody Loves You. Oh, that's nice, I say. Unfortunately, his enthusiasm does not extend to our present situation, so I stop a nurse going by. Excuse me, why is it so busy here today? She shrugs and sighs and tells me that it looks like Duvet Dave, not his real name, has decided to have another lie-in. Oh, you've got to be joking, I say. Well, I wish I were, she says. But no, he's sick of work. What do you mean he's sick off work? No, he's sick of work. It's the stress, you see. He just can't handle it. Right, I say. She tells me she has to go and bustles off. Handle it. Of course, handle. Composer who opens doors. Hang on a minute. No, there's something wrong there. Hang on, let me check. Oh, well, no wonder I didn't get it. They spelled handle wrong. I eventually hear my name being called. It's 3.5 hours before I see the specialist. Not that there's anyone waiting for me at home, sadly. I get given the good news that everything is stable, so I make an appointment for my next checkup, pass Luke on the way out where we both wish each other good luck, and decide to take care of my rumbling tummy by visiting the hospital shop. Well, there's not much choice. I mean, I know it's past lunchtime, but you'd think that they would replenish the stock as the day goes on. So what have we got? 3 BLTs, 4 tuna and sweet corn. Ugh. 1 salmon and cream cheese with its packaging ripped, and 2 chicken salads, one of which is past its sell-by date. So I tell the cashier, but he doesn't seem to be bothered. Having taken my dietary needs into consideration and thinking, well, I really don't have much choice at all, I suddenly notice it there, tucked just behind this tuna and sweet corn, a solitary egg and cress. Yes! I quickly grab it just at the same time as somebody else does too. I look up. Oh, a rather nice, distinguished-looking gentleman with grey hair and the fresh smell of aftershave. And about my age, too. After we tussle for what seems like an eternity, but was probably only a few seconds, I decide to stop pulling and let go. After all, I don't want to get egg on my face, do I? No, I insisted, you have it. Oh, no, really, honestly, you're welcome to it, I say. And besides, I add, finders keepers. And all the time hoping that he'll do the gentlemanly thing. No, I insist, ladies first. You're American, I tell him, as if he doesn't know. Well, actually Canadian. Oh, whoops. But I forgive you. No, you see, I can't see anything I really fancy, so I insist that you have it. Oh, gorgeous Canadian twang. Well, I feel bad. No, I really do. But, well, thank you. We stand and talk for a little while. Seems we've got a lot in common. He's very polite. Turns out he's single, is a retired bookshop owner, and lives quite close to the hospital with his sister, whom he is visiting. We eventually say our goodbyes, although I would have loved to have stayed talking to him for longer, and go our separate ways in opposite directions. I find myself walking quite slowly, as if I want to prolong the moment. And then I think, no, I can't let this opportunity pass me by. No, I mean, what was it Luke said? Well, yes, it's about time I did. So, just before I get to the exit, I turn round and find that he's done the same thing too. We smile and walk towards each other, and I'm thinking I don't do this sort of thing. And I just wondered, I mean, would you care to share an egg and cress sandwich? Of all the hospitals in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine. That's funny, I say. I just thought I'd, seize the day. I'm real glad you did, he says. Real glad.
Alright, thanks for watching. If you'd like to help select who goes through to the global finals, you can vote for your 2 favourite performances from the show. A link to the voting form will be available in the description of this video for 48 hours from the end of the broadcast. Please note that you do have to vote for 2 performances, not just 1, and you can only vote once per show. If you want to see our other upcoming events, please check out worldmonologuegames.com. See you next time.